The concept of flying from one country to another blew people's minds when the first plane took flight. But planes as we know them today are about to get a whole lot faster, sleeker, and more futuristic than ever before. Welcome to Technology. I'm Alex Melky, and today we're looking at the future of air travel, and it's supersonic. Today, a flight from Boston to Thailand takes about 20 hours. Non-stop is impossible. For now. We're about to see the return and rise of supersonic low-orbit planes that will soar from one side of the Earth to another in half the time it takes today's planes to make the same journey. But to understand the future, we've got to look at the past. In 1976, Jimmy Carter became president. Both Apple and Microsoft became incorporated, but everybody was talking about this European plane. This is the Concorde, and it's the world's first commercial supersonic passenger airliner. It takes 7 hours to fly from New York to London. The Concorde did it in 3.5. In the 70s, the Concorde was redefining what was possible in aerodynamics, and it looked good doing it. Built by French and British engineers, the Concorde hit max speeds of over 2,000 kilometers an hour. That's faster than a speeding bullet and twice the speed of sound. Faster than the Earth spins. Yet despite a CV that would put Superman to shame, the Concorde had its own limitations. An issue with the plane's custom-built tires ended in tragedy with 113 dead. The sonic boom created by the plane traveling at Mach 2 meant that the only way to avoid shattering windows across America would be to only fly it over the ocean. And with only 120 seats on board, tickets ran up to $12,000. All those added up, and in 2003, the Concorde was officially retired. That brings us to today, 20 years later, and the dream of launching humans through the skies at superhuman speeds is ramping up once again. But can the world's top engineers actually make it last this time? American Airlines seems to think so, dishing out the cash to buy 20 supersonic jets from Boom Supersonic. Named the Overture, it'll move up to 80 passengers at the speed of up to Mach 1.7, twice the speed of today's fastest commercial aircraft. The Denver-based aerospace manufacturer will be kickstarting the return to transatlantic supersonic air travel in 2025 for the first time since the Concorde was canceled in 2003. The cost might not be $12,000 a ticket, but it certainly won't come cheap. Still, Boom Supersonic says their long-term goal is a 4-hour, $100 flight. Now, if you're worried about not being able to find a seat when these futuristic jets take flight, the good news is United Airlines isn't the only airline going supersonic this decade. It's the latest model in a series of experimental planes that NASA has been working on since the X-1 in 1947. That was the first manned aircraft to break the sound barrier. Today, the X-59 is looking to be less of a sonic boom and more of a sonic whisper, opening up supersonic air travel to anywhere around the globe. A plane you might board to fly to Europe, called an Airbus, runs at about $100 million to make. A supersonic jet costs twice that. But that hefty price tag isn't holding back the dreamers at NASA and American Airlines from giving it everything they've got. The way we travel will change dramatically as technology that has been around for decades transforms passenger planes into supersonic jets. Transporting you from New York to London in under 4 hours seems like science fiction, but engineers at United Airlines and NASA are betting everything on red.